Hello everyone and welcome back to Nishma's Audio Lounge. In today's class, we will see a short problem with relation to cost of goods consumed. Okay, so cost of goods consumed is an expense to be debited to income and expenditure account. So that is that can be your stationery, sports material, medicines, etc. Okay, any goods or any item that have been consumed by you is an expense and you should debit that to income and expenditure account. Okay, that is it represents the amount of goods consumed by you in the current year. Okay, so you can find the cost of goods consumed using two methods, that is by preparing sundry creditors account and also by without preparing sundry creditors account. That is, you prepare a statement, from that you will ascertain the amount of goods consumed or the amount to be debited to income and expenditure account. Okay, so here in this session I will be showing both the methods and you can decide which one is easier for you to follow. Okay, in either of the cases you will get the same answer, so you need not worry about the method you use. Okay, so let us quickly go on to the session. So from the following information, find out the amount of stationery to be debited to income and expenditure account. Stock of stationery on 1st April 2021, rupees 30,000. Creditors of stationery on 1st April 2021, 20,000. Amount paid for stationery in the year, rupees 1,08,000. Stock of stationery on 31st March 2022, rupees 5,000. Creditors of stationery as on 31st March 2022, rupees 13,000. Okay, so this is the question. Now I have drawn a format or a statement form here. So first we will discuss the statement form and then we will go on with the creditors account. Okay, so first we have the amount paid during the year, that is 1,08,000. This is the first figure, okay, upon which you do the further calculation. So I am going to write that first here, amount paid. Okay, amount paid. How much is the amount? 1,08,000. 1,08,000. That you write it directly in the outer column. Then you have to add and less certain items. So I am going to first consider the items to be added. Okay. I don't know whether you have seen my last session. In that I am telling a formula for finding out the cost of goods consumed. That is opening stock plus purchase less closing stock. Okay, so when you want to find out the amount of goods that you have consumed during the year, you will first add the opening stock along with your purchase. Okay, and you will subtract closing stock from it. Okay, in order to find the goods consumed by you during the year. Okay, so you are going to add the opening stock for that purpose. Okay, so here what is the amount of opening stock? It is 30,000, right? 30,000. So I am going to write that here in the inner column. Opening stock, it is 30,000. 30,000. Then what is the next item to be added? You have creditors here. Creditors opening amount, it's 20,000 and creditors closing it is 13,000, right? So here you have to consider like opening outstanding and closing outstanding. You subtract the opening outstanding and you add the closing outstanding, right? That same method you have to follow here in the case of creditors. Okay, creditors. Opening outstanding relates to the previous year, whereas closing outstanding relates to the current year. Okay, so in that case you will add the closing outstanding. So creditors closing outstanding. How much is the amount? Creditors as on closing date, it is 13,000. 13,000. So you will add 13,000 along with 30,000. Alright. So you will get how much rupees? 43,000. Okay, you'll get a total of 43,000. Then you have to add 1,08,000 and 43,000. Then how much you will get? 1,51,000. Alright, 1,51,000. Then you have to subtract certain items. Okay, now you have considered three items, that is 1,08,000, 30,000 and 13,000. Okay, then the remaining is closing of creditors sorry, not closing, opening of creditors and your closing stock, which is 5,000. Okay, so when you want to find a cost of goods consumed, you have to subtract closing stock. So I'll write first here closing stock. Closing stock. How much is the amount? Closing stock 5,000. Right, 5,000. So I'll write 5,000 here. Then what is the opening of creditors? Opening creditors, it is 20,000. So I'll write creditors. Creditors opening outstanding. How much? 20,000. 20,000. Okay, you get a total of 25,000. Okay, which should be subtracted. Okay, so how much you will get? 1,51,000 minus 25,000. Okay, so you will get 1,26,000. Okay, you will get a total of 1,26,000. Okay, this is the amount. Okay, amount to be debited to income and expenditure account. Okay, amount to be debited to income and expenditure account. Expenditure account. Okay, you get a total of 1,26,000. This is the amount of stationery consumed during the year. Okay, this is how you will find out the amount or find out the figure using statement method. Okay, in the statement form. Okay, you add the first you take the amount paid during the year. With that you will add the opening stock and closing outstanding of creditors. Then you will get an amount. From that you will subtract closing stock and the opening outstanding of creditors. Okay, so you will get the amount to be debited to income and expenditure account, or the amount of goods consumed by you. Here in the case it is stationery. Okay, the amount of stationery consumed by you during the year. Okay, this is the first method. Now let us discuss the another method by preparing sundry creditors account. Okay, I have drawn here the creditors account, and you are going to prepare the creditors account for what? Why are you preparing the creditors account? For ascertaining the amount of purchases that you have made. Okay, for the year you will make some purchases, right? So you are going to find out that purchases made. Okay, credit purchases made by you by preparing creditors account. Okay, so first you have drawn the creditors account, and creditors account will have what balance? It is a liability, so it will have credit balance, right? So its brought down will appear on the credit side. Okay, so here in our question the opening balance of creditors was given, right? I have wrapped up the question, but never mind, I have written already the statement form. From this you can prepare the sundry creditors account. Okay, so what was the opening amount of creditors? It was 20,000. Okay, it was 20,000. So you will write balance brought down. Okay, brought down, that is the opening date. Okay, how much is it? 20,000. 20,000. Alright, now if the opening balance is appearing on the credit side, then automatically the closing balance will appear on the debit side, right? So I am writing here towards the end, balance carried down. Okay, how much was it? The closing balance was 13,000. So I write 13,000 here. Okay, so 13,000. Then after that we have to look. Okay, amount paid. Okay, the amount paid is 1,08,000, right? 1,08,000. That means that is the amount paid to whom actually? Amount paid to the creditors. Okay, creditors. So when you're making a payment to creditors, what will happen to the creditors? They are going to decrease. All right, they are going to decrease. So what will be the journal entry? Just imagine you're giving cash, so cash is going out. Okay, cash is going out, cash or back. Okay, you may be giving check or whatever it may be. Okay, so you will credit the bank account, or you will credit the cash account, and the creditors are the receivers. They are receiving the money, or their in other case their liability is decreasing. Okay, their debt is decreasing. So what will happen? You have to debit the creditors account. So what will be the journal entry? Creditors account debtor to bank, or creditors account debtor to cash. Okay, so you will go to the debit side of the creditors and you will write the other aspect. Okay, that is bank. I'm writing here bank. Now all the transactions are facilitated through bank accounts, right? So you can exchange, or you can replace the cash account by bank account. Okay, so how much is the amount paid? It is 1,08,000. 1,08,000. So I have written here. Okay, so now the next method or next step is to calculate the total. Okay, so here these accounts will not tally. Clearly the debit side is greater than your credit side, right? So you have to find out the difference, or and the total also. Okay, so let us first calculate the total. Okay, so what will be the total? 1,08,000 plus 13,000. You will have a total of 1,21,000. Okay, 1,21,000. Here also I will write 1,21,000. Okay, from that you have to subtract 20,000. So you will get a total of 1,01,000 rupees. 1,01,000 rupees. There is a shortfall in the credit side for 1,01,000 rupees. That will be your what? Credit purchase. Alright, that will be your credit purchase. Okay, the balancing figure. Okay, this is the balancing figure and this is your what? Credit purchase. Okay, so you have prepared the creditors account and you have found out the credit purchase. Now you have to apply the formula. Okay, that is opening stock plus purchase less closing stock. Okay, now I'm going to apply that formula. What is the formula? To find out the cost of goods consumed. Cost of goods consumed is equal to opening stock plus purchases less closing stock. Closing stock. This is the formula to find cost of goods consumed. Now I am going to apply that values here. Opening stock. How much is the opening stock? Opening stock, it is 30,000. Opening stock is 30,000. So I am going to write 30,000. And you have to add the purchases. Purchases here, it is only credit purchase. No cash purchases data is given to us. So we assume that we have only made credit purchase. Okay, credit purchase amount is 1,01,000. So I am going to add 1,01,000 here. Then I am going to subtract closing stock. Closing stock, the amount is 5,000. Right, 5,000. Okay, so how much you will get? How much you will get? 1,01,000 plus 30,000 less 5,000. You will get 1,26,000 itself as the answer. Okay, 1,26,000. Same, 1,26,000. 1,26,000. So in either of the cases you will get the same answer itself. Okay, now you can decide which method to follow. Okay, now this is an important topic, that is finding cost of goods consumed. You will get an adjustment in the long answer time. That's for sure. So you please understand this and study. You can follow either of this method. Okay, in either of the method you will get the correct answer. So which you find it easier, that method you can follow. I hope this video was helpful for all of you. If you like my videos, please like, share it to your friends and do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.